Hey everybody, welcome all you RJ fans. Today is pretty awesome. We're unboxing video, and we're going to talk about gear addictions because today I stopped by Guitar Center and I bought this lovely piece of equipment here. This is a sound mixing board, predominantly used for live music, stuff like that. And it can, I guess it could also, I believe it's USB enabled, so you can plug it into your computer and you can do Facebook Live with it and make it sound all nice and pretty instead of using the webcam or your computer's microphone, I should say. And we're gonna unbox it and see what all kind of bells and whistles it has. I really wanted something that had a lot of options. Just looking at the box here, it's got an FX bus, so there's a lot of different effects that I can use. Yeah, so we're gonna get into it. So let's see what we got here. If I remember correctly, I don't have the receipt in front of me, but I spent probably close to $300 on this guy. The price on the shelf, I believe, said somewhere around $210, but I ended up paying for a warranty because I like having warranties for this kind of stuff. It's I believe I got a 3-year warranty for like $60. So at the end, the price came out to be close to $300. So not a bad purchase. I don't think. You can definitely get some cheaper ones, but they won't have as many options. I think there's something else in the bottom of this box. There's a lot of styrofoam in here. Okay. What else do we got? All right, so inside this package is the mixer, and we'll get to that in a second. What else is in this box? Looks like we've got a power supply. Big old hefty sucker. Look at that. Came with some instructions, which I will read, and that's it. I guess I should probably tell you what this is in case you couldn't see it on the screen. This is a mixing board made by Yamaha. It is model MG10XU. That's that guy right there. I said I gotta get a guitar. I probably could have bought it online and waited for it to get shipped, but I was kind of impatient and I was trying to get something fairly quick. Oh, wow. Okay, there's the USB. Does it come with a USB cable? I hope it does. Oh, this bag is already open on the other end. I've dropped it everywhere. Okay, so it's just got a basic wall power supply. And this guy goes into the AC adapter there. And I think I have a USB for this. Of course, I gotta go digging for it. Nope, there it is. That should plug right in. Just dropped the book. Hey, look at that. All right, so first initial impressions is this thing is fairly small, which is awesome for what I need it for. I don't have a huge computer desk in my little music room here. So this will fit nicely just kind of off to the side here. It's got 4 different inputs right there on the left-hand side that can double as a microphone input and a instrument input. So I can put an instrument right there in the middle, and this outer perimeter ring will fit any standard 3-prong microphone plug. Looks like I've got an option for a foot switch, FX input. Let's see, this one's got 10 different channels. So I've got 4 microphone or instrument inputs, and then right here I've got 6 instrument inputs. Each one's got their own relative gain. I really like this. So I've got the options here on the bottom part of it, as I've got my options to control the highs, the mids, and the low frequencies. And I can also, it's got a bus, like an FX bus knob here that I can control how much level of a certain effect on that channel. And it's got a pan. So say I were doing, I don't know, if I had some different instruments going at the same time, I could easily pan those for left and right and I can do that on either channel, on these first 4 channels, actually. There is a compressor. I kind of like that. I kind of like that feature as a compressor. Makes the sound come out a little bit more clear. And it does have a phantom 48-volt supply for those of us who have condenser mics, which I do have. I don't have it here. Where do I have it? Right here. So I've got this PreSonus PX1 condenser mic. It's not the most expensive mic out there, and to be honest, I think I paid probably $120, maybe $140 for this at my local music store here in Wichita, Kansas. And I'm not 100% happy with it. And maybe it's just in my mixing skills, which still have to be refined. But I didn't think it sounded as great as this mic for vocals. So I've been experimenting using this for instruments off the amp that I have. And I guess in the future we'll test that out and see how it sounds. Put that to some good use in some of my recordings in the future. Yeah, this is really nice. It's got a stereo out, so if you wanted to go to a PA system, there's some stereo outs here. There's a headphone jack. Let's see, monitors. There's an FX send. Let's plug this thing in and see what it does. Where is my closest plug-in? While I'm doing this, I'm going to talk about my gear addiction because it's getting worse. This is probably the 4th or 5th piece of equipment that I've bought in the last couple days. Another piece of equipment that I recently purchased the other day is a Marshall amplifier. It's a half-stack cabinet with a head unit. And once that arrives, I will show it to you guys as well. I bought that one. Oh, I'm sorry. I just got to find my plug in here. Okay. This Marshall amp that I bought it off of American Music Supply. Great company. And for those of us who are trying to be balling on a budget, they do payment plans. So you make whatever payment plan they offer, whichever works for you. I chose one that worked for me in the moment, and should be here whenever it gets here. The email that I received from it said it was back ordered. So who knows? That's just kind of the day in which we live. That everything online is taking forever to get wherever they need to go. So let's see here. So we've got on the very right side of this mixer, it's got a number listing of all the effects that it offers. I won't go through them all, but they've got some hall effects, some rev rooms, stage, drum ambient. It's got some delays. It's got a vocal echo, a karaoke. I'm not 100% sure what that is right now. Phaser, flanger, some chorus effects, some tremolos, some auto wahs. It's got a radio voice effect, some distortion, and a pitch change. And there's a button down here at the bottom where you can turn that on, and it's got an FX level knob here so you can fine tune how much of each effect you want. On the stereo. This is just really nice. I've got to say. This is a good investment if you are in a band or you do a lot of Facebook or YouTube or whatever, live streams, stuff like that. Any kind of video of that format, you can really dial in your sound and produce some really, really high quality content for your viewers. And that is the intent of this purchase, is to produce some higher quality content for my YouTube channel, also my Facebook channel, my Facebook page, RJ Martin, as well as my personal page that I like to do some stuff on as well. But a lot of the stuff is on my main music page and right here on my channel. So this is really, really nice. Let's see here. I wonder. I see. I've got two computers here. I almost don't want to while I'm live here on YouTube, but I kind of want to just go through the settings, because I know I've also got a Focusrite. The word escapes me. Interface. I've got a Focusrite interface that I've used for some of my recordings in the past. And when you go on Facebook, there is an option to use a interface. Which is this the English? Which one is the English? It's got several different pamphlets in here. I won't read them at the moment because it would just be boring for you to watch. It's got an owner's manual with some diagrams. Yeah, this one's English. Blah, blah, blah. I just want to go through and see. Okay. Yeah, this is definitely going to be fun to use. I don't necessarily need it for when I do live in-person music, because the band that I am currently in already has a mixer for that and has multiple channels for that purpose. And we've got a PA system, so don't really need that for in here. This is a really small room. I usually like to plug it in to the computer and just be able to plug in my mic and my guitar or whatever I happen to be using and just have some fun with it. But I've noticed that in the past when I've used my interface, that it doesn't produce the right quality of sound that looking for, so I went and bought this thing. Just a gorgeous piece of equipment. It's like a hard plastic, so it's not 100% like durable. I've seen some other ones on the shelf that was like uh, a metal frame, like a die cast metal frame. But this is some sturdy stuff. It's got some pads on the bottom so I don't scratch up my table. And yeah, I'll be getting into this promptly. Wow, I cannot wait to use this. A little bit more about the addiction. So again, like I said, I bought an amp, and it's like $500. Like no, it was $600. And I've got several. Well, chords aren't that expensive, but in order to use your instruments and all these other, excuse me. Oh, excuse me. Sorry about that. But in order to use all these different pieces of equipment and all this gear, you got to have some guitar chords. So I've probably invested in, I don't know, 70, $100-ish in guitar chords alone, or instrument cables. Got a decent set of headphones that I can plug into, so I don't piss off the neighbors while I'm shredding out, doing whatever. It's an expensive hobby, I gotta say. It's a whole different animal than than anything I've ever done as a hobby. I'm an avid beer drinker, but beer does not even come close to how much money I've spent on gear. I've got six guitars. 5 of them are playable, and I'm actually looking for more. But I've got 5 playable guitars, and you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 back here behind me, and then 6 right here. This one was not a terrible buy. I actually bought this body off of a guy on Facebook here in town a while back. I paid like $20 for it. I don't know what he was doing with it, but and I don't know why he sold it at such a cheap price. Maybe he was just kind of desperate for some cash. But I couldn't pass up the opportunity. I don't even think I had the $20 extra to spend. I was trying to save up, pay bills or whatever, but I said, screw it, $20 guitar body. And I think it's like it almost looks like a Jackson style body with the cutouts here. It's very thin. It's pretty sturdy. It's a little dirty in the pickup hole. It could probably be cleaned out a little bit more. But building a guitar is also expensive as well. Not just going out and buying one, even though going out and buying one can be really expensive too, depending on what you get. But building a guitar is a different thing as well. Especially with just the body, you got to buy the neck and even possibly a headstock, depending on what kind of neck you get, because you can buy them separately and put them together. I'm thinking about just getting a whole neck and headstock assembly. I wanted something to kind of call my own. Instead of buying something off the shelf, I wanted to kind of just build it up and have my own kind of special twist on it. I think I'm going to repaint it. I'm going to probably sand off this black paint and see what the wood looks like underneath. I might stain it. And that might be a cool idea. I might stain it and have just a nice wood finish guitar. Maybe put a maple neck on it. It's only got one spot for some pickups, so I think I'm going to put some humbuckers in there. Maybe. Just depends. The bridge goes up underneath here. I have to find a bridge. But this is a cheap buy, and it was kind of just put on hold for a while, and it's still kind of put on hold. But it's going to be, I think it's going to be an awesome build. And when I start getting parts for this, I will let you guys know and kind of maybe go through the process of putting it together. Who knows? But this is another piece that just kind of sits in the drawer or in the closet. But yeah, I have spent way too much money on a lot of stuff, and I'm still building my collection. So I got a pedal board here. It's not anything fancy. I got this probably 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago, and slowly building up. As pedals are expensive too. Like I'm kind of balling on a budget, and I'm not. I have a decent job, and I'm not really hurting for money, but I don't have a whole lot of money to just dump on a bunch of gear at once. So I do it kind of piece by piece by piece when I can. But this little pedal board is the start of some cool stuff that I'm going to do. I've got a Boss Metal Zone MT2 distortion pedal right here. I've got a TC Electronic flashback delay pedal, and it's also even got a loop function, which is kind of nice. TC Electronic. I actually have a looper pedal, another TC Electronic pedal. It's a 2-channel looper pedal. It's the Ditto X4 looper pedal, but at the moment it does not work. So I've got to figure out why that doesn't work, and hopefully I can get it working again, and be able to use that in some of my live events and some of my live gigs. And then over here I've got this Overlord overdrive pedal, and gives it a little bit of crunch. I actually love the sound that comes out of both of these with the distortion and the overdrive. It's kind of a neat and unique sound. Probably not unique, but it's definitely unique to me, because I can dial in the amount of overdrive and mess with the mids and the lows. It's got a treble, a mid, and a bass. And on this Metal Zone Boss pedal, yeah, it's got a mid. I can mess with the mids, the highs, and the lows, and even the middle frequency as well. But yeah, so this pedal board sounds really nice. I've used it through a PA system mostly during band practice. I haven't played with it live as of yet. That's coming up at the end of this month. Our band has a gig at the end of this month. It'll be August 29th, which is a Saturday. If any of my fans are here in Wichita or in the surrounding area, we will be at the Donut Hole. I believe it'll be 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. So we'll be doing a 2-hour set. Should be a lot of fun. Oh, there's another pedal here. I almost forgot about this guy. I haven't even begun to get into this guy, but this has got a lot of different functions as well. This is a Digitech RP90 modeling guitar processor pedal, and it's got some distortion options, and there's some overdrive. There's a pickup wah. It's even got a noise gate on there, stuff like that. But I have not. It was used when I bought it from the guitar store, so I don't have a box for it or even any set of instructions. And I've just been kind of lazy, and I've been just kind of putting off going through how to use it. But I also have, what is this? That's headphones, DC pad. Okay. Input. Mixer. Oh, okay. So I guess this, on the back of this even has an option to go directly to an amp or a mixer. So there's a detent button on the back here, so I'm guessing it just kind of switches up the signal and produces a different sound for each respective deal. Then it's got this pedal, which would essentially probably just be my wah pedal. It's got some presets on here. I kind of messed with it a little bit and going through. There is some presets that I can do in here, but I haven't gone through the internet and looked up any kind of user friendly manual or even how to use it yet. I should probably do that, but that's for a later date. Yeah, so much money spent on gear. I don't know how people do it. I mean, I'm doing it, I suppose. It's just really hurts the wallet. My wallet almost cried on the way home from Guitar Center today, but it's worth it. I'm actually pursuing this as a career in the near future, so everything is all worth it in the long run. I'm almost 30 years old, and it's time to buckle down and pick something, you know. So I got a little thirsty. Time to just go for it, I think. So maybe, I don't know if YouTube will let me do it. I'm already live. I guess we could try the other computer and see if it'll even give me the option to use this live mixer. Here went my book. Where did my USB cord go? I guess on the next video, I will use this mixer, but instead of going live, I will just record it using my new mixer and get some good sound coming out. Turn that on. Let's go to Facebook. You know what I could do is I could plug in my headphones, plug in a guitar or something or a mic and see what it sounds like. Let's see. I want to go live. All right, go to setup. Oh, and that's already audio. It's already auto-populated in my setup settings. Default MX at the MGXU USB. Can I not move that? Yeah. So you got, when you plug in an interface or a mixer like this on Facebook, it gives you the option to select your audio inputs and your camera. And at the moment, I don't have a camera, so I use the webcam on the computer. However, there's options to use my internal mic, which sounds like garbage, and there is right there my new, and it's already set up as the default. That's kind of nice. It's already populated my sound mixer, which is really cool. All right, so I'm gonna let's see. I'm gonna unplug this, and I'm going to just plug in my headphones. So, and we're just going to try it out. Let's see, I'm going to plug in the guitar, which is going to be my Washburn. Make sure that's turned up. And turn up the gain. I'm on channel 1. Let's see. Well, it's not an amp. No, it's got to be plugged in. I don't know what I'm doing. It's got to be plugged in to that. And turn up the gain. Don't really want too much. USB. And then maybe if I take, what do I want to do here? Unplug that mic from my interface, and set this down. Oh my god, I got too much crap on my desk. I think it's time for some spring cleaning. Plug this guy into number 2. We're going to go maybe put a pad on it. Turn up the gain. Let's see. Oh, screw you. Public. Only me. And then go live. Interesting. Aha. Well, now that is okay. Now I wonder. Aha. So you can use it without a USB plugged in, but you have to have, I still need to go through and figure out all the functions, but you can use this without a USB, and it goes right into the headphones. That's nice. Let's put an effect on here. Let's, it's kind of weird. So I've got a acoustic guitar plugged in right now, and I'm on program number 23, which is a distortion effect. So this should be kind of nice. Let's see what happens. Let's play something, I suppose. So this is my Washburn Acoustic Electric. This is another Guitar Center buy. I picked this up, I want to say somewhere around 2016, 2017. I think it was maybe 2016. Somewhere close to Christmas, I think. So I kind of splurged on myself, got myself a little early Christmas present. Relatively cheap guitar. It's beautiful. It's a Sunburst. It's got a cutout. It's a 22 fret. I believe, yeah, 22 fret guitar. Okay, maybe not a distortion. Why are you still on 1? Let's go channel 4. Wait. Oh, I see what you got to do. So to lock it in, you actually, when you go to use the program button or the knob to select your certain programs, you actually have to push it down and lock it in. So, or doesn't necessarily lock the knob in, but it locks in the program so it doesn't revert back to its original default. Oh, this sounds way. Why is that way out of tune? That's horrible. That is horrible. Where is my tuner? I'll just use this one. Speaking of tuner, that's another piece of equipment I need to get, is a tuning pedal. Is what pedal board isn't complete without a tuning pedal? That sounds great. That sounds nice. Okay. Let's see what else we got here. Let's throw on delay, which is that guy. And I don't want that much. So let's maybe turn the compressor down a bit. Oh, wow. Okay. That's a lot. I don't think I want that much. Huh. Well, this is definitely a new thing for me. A little bit of a learning curve. Let's get out of here. Let's close that. So, all in all, not a bad purchase. It's a wonderful purchase. I highly suggest it if this is going and doing live events and using social media outlets such as YouTube and Facebook, and you want to create some quality audio, you definitely need a sound mixing board. You don't have to have anything really even this fancy. There obviously even more fancier soundboards than this, but you don't have to spend a whole lot on these. I just decided to because I've got somewhat of a gear addiction and I am invested in the music culture and a music career. So it definitely comes in handy for what I'm doing as far as a goal and a career path. So I'll get used to working with this and then work on larger soundboards and this and that, which will be fun. But for now, it's just perfect for what I need. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below. I think I'm going to end this video on a good note. It's almost like Christmas today. I'm going to play with this probably for like the next 12 hours. Realistically not, because I have work tomorrow, but I'm definitely going to be using this quite often. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm going to produce a lot more good quality content as far as my live videos go. As far as my actual videos, I have some software to be able to mix and fine tune some stuff, and I need to get better at that too. But for now, not doing too bad, I don't think. Let me know what kind of gear you have. If any of you are instrumentalists or vocalists or whatever, would love to hear what kind of gear you guys have, what kind of gear you guys suggest, and hell, maybe I'll purchase it and do an unboxing of that and give her a go. Always looking for new stuff to use. Always looking for suggestions, tips on how to use stuff like that. If you guys are in the culture and have more smarts than I do, would definitely love to hear your tips, your ideas. Yeah. So I'll end it there, and we'll see you guys real soon. Again, Wichita fans, got a show at the Donut Hole. It's a free show. We're going to have a tip jar, so tips are appreciated, but it is a free show. You can come out, have a donut, have a cup of coffee, or have a smoothie or whatever. Float your boat, whatever is your cup of tea. Speaking of tea, this is some damn good tea. So we'll be there at the Donut Hole on August 29th at 7 p.m. is when the show starts. We'll be there doing some sound checks and whatnot. But the show starts at 7 p.m. We'll be running till about 9 o'clock, maybe a little bit sooner, just depending on what, whatever it is that happens. As far as I know, it is still open for business. I believe the social distancing thing, they're definitely taking those measures. They're probably not going to let a whole lot of people in there, but wear your masks. And as far as I know, we are still on for that show. So come out, enjoy some good donuts and some live music from me and the rest of my bandmates. We're in a band called Hollow Inside. And I hope to see you guys there. And I'm going to see all of you here on the channel very soon with some more content and some more videos, some more music videos. And yeah. So, see, I need to get better at my goodbyes. But you know what? I think we'll just call it a day. Stay safe. Do what makes you happy. And we'll see you soon.